Get ready.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to another episode of You're Human, and I'm Dakota Meyer, and this is Atlee. Atlee is joining me today as she's actually not interviewing, but she is being tested today to see if she can do the podcast game. She's been asking me to do it. This is episode 31. It is the call-in show where nothing's off the table, and now you can really get real feedback because we have Atlee here, and Atlee knows nothing other than the truth. So it's going to be a very special episode today. Are you excited?
Yeah.
She has no shoes on. Who made your hat?
Me?
Self-made hat. And that's how she rolls. So what guess what week it is today?
What?
It is, what's tomorrow?
Thursday.
What is special about tomorrow?
It's Thanksgiving.
What are you going to eat?
Turkey.
You know, with Thanksgiving, it's a very special day, right? What are we supposed to think about on Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
What we're thankful for? What are you thankful for?
You.
What? Well, I'm thankful for you, right? And what an awesome day tomorrow. Everybody's off. Most people are off work except for, the people who are out there taking care of others, those critical human beings that we all need in our communities. First responders, especially, right? But, doctors and all those people who do so many incredible things. But you know what tomorrow is? It's a real good day for us to sit back, and we all get caught up so much in how fast things are going. We get caught up in life. We get caught up in our own realities. And I think tomorrow is a day to where we can all kind of sit back and take a little life pause and say, man, we all got problems, but we all got stuff to be thankful for, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what kind of questions we got, Knives? We got anybody tuning in? Anybody asking questions? Anybody got any questions for Atlee?
People saying,
people want to know.
People are asking if you're a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
You're a daddy's girl?
Yeah.
Ah, I love it. I love it. We've done meetings this morning. Been pretty busy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've had to get a lot done. Had a pretty busy schedule. Yeah.
We got Pop calling. Messaging saying, "Hi Atlee, love you."
Peepaw.
Peepaw
is calling. He says he loves you. What are you gonna tell him? Look in the camera and tell him.
Love you.
Oh, look at that, Peepaw. We were gonna see him for Christmas.
Yay.
Yeah, he's gonna come out. Tell him bring some good presents.
Okay.
Got a question here for you. What's your love language? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
What's your love language? I think I have an idea.
I don't know. I think I could go around a bunch of them, but really just people who work hard, right? Like somebody who has drive.
Acts of service.
No,
I
I don't like that. And I'll tell you what else I don't like is I don't like words of affirmation.
See, that's what I was going to guess.
I hate words of affirmation.
Interesting.
Yeah. I know that's weird, right?
You cooking tomorrow?
No.
You're just going to show up?
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
I think Thanksgiving is such a weird day, right? Because be honest, who really likes turkey?
Me.
Do you? Well, there's one, but who really likes turkey? If you could choose turkey, steak, lobster, sushi, would you really pick turkey out of all of it? No, it's dry. You know what I mean? Like nobody eats turkey and is like, gosh, there's nobody that craves turkey.
Yeah, whose favorite food is turkey when you put it that way?
Never heard of it, right? And so for me, it's like, why don't we evolve Thanksgiving to steaks?
I like that. Now you're talking my language.
Or sushi, or for you, tamales.
Enchiladas.
Fajitas. But you're probably gonna do that, aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. How'd you know?
Dude, I just guessed. You know, because that's what you eat all the time.
That's right.
And so, you know, I just don't understand, you know, why we eat turkey. I mean, I understand that like the Pilgrims did it, but they also didn't have toilet paper then either, right? And so but we're not choosing to not use toilet paper, right? So it's like, hey, can we evolve? You know, like let's evolve Thanksgiving. I think we should evolve Thanksgiving. You talk about a movement I could get behind. Let's evolve Thanksgiving.
Atlee, Grandpa's got a question for
Got a
you.
question.
Have you been working out with your dad?
You told me today. How'd you break a nail?
Running?
Yeah, she's been running so much, she told me. She's been running too much. Yeah, at school, right?
Yeah.
Coach Juan makes you run a lot. He's trying to get you in shape. He didn't want you to be one of these, you know, these fat kids.
Don Connolly says, what about turkey sandwiches?
You know, I don't crave them. You know what I mean? Like the only good part about a turkey sandwich is the bread.
That's good. That's a good point.
I mean,
That's the best part.
I'm not gonna sit here, like I'm not gonna say I don't like turkey, right? But like I don't like turkey. Like it's not something I crave, and I don't understand like why we eat something we don't crave because people have been eating it forever.
Yeah, you're on something. You're onto something right there for sure.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Turkey's like the biggest pain in the ass. Sorry.
Oh, she hears it all the time.
It's the biggest pain in the neck to make, you know, on Thanksgiving. I like the sides.
Yeah.
Some mac and cheese.
Ooh, yeah. Or some stuffing.
Stuffing. Stovetop stuffing.
Yeah. Or what else do you like besides turkey on Thanksgiving?
Pickles.
Pickles. Oh yeah, get you some pickles.
Y'all are a pickle family, ain't
We
you?
are a pickle family, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gonna put some hot sauce on it?
No,
You don't like hot sauce, do you?
I don't.
Yeah.
You sure she's your daughter? Doesn't like
know.
hot sauce?
I know she doesn't. I don't ever eat hot sauce, do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh man, I got another question
Here we
here. What's the best handgun for personal protection?
You know, look, this is my theory on it, and this is everybody's got a theory. There's 1,000 different ways to skin a cat. The best handgun or the best weapon, let's just go best weapon for personal defense is the weapon that you are familiar with, comfortable with, that you use the most, and that you carry. Right. Period. Which for me, I'll be straight up. I don't usually carry a weapon on me. The best weapon that I have is to avoid the situation. But we'll get back to that. Keep going. Hey, it's Dakota with Your Human Podcast.
Mr. Myers. Thanks
Yes.
for taking my call, sir.
Hey, how are you?
Good, man. Happy early Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Sir, you don't you have no idea how much you've helped me, man.
Man.
3 months ago, I quit taking pills, oxys that I was addicted to,
Yeah.
and I started therapy. And because of the help of you and people like Andy Stump and watching guys like you and wanting to be better, I just want to get on here, man. Thank you so much, man. You have changed my freaking life.
How you feeling?
I feel like $1 million, man. I love my job. I'm 25 years old. I just I wanted to call and say thank you for all the people out there that are scared to call because I was terrified to call.
Man. Listen, what's your name?
Hey, Han.
Ahan, where are you from?
I live in LA. I'm
Yeah.
first generation American. I'm Persian.
Hell yeah, man. I gotta tell you something. Like I want to thank you for calling. This call right here means so much to me. I mean, you know, you calling and taking the steps to do what you've done, man, like it's badass. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you, man. Hearing what you say, man, all the time about wanting to be there for your friends and family,
Yeah.
that stuff resonated with me so much, man. And you're amazing, bro.
Man. Well, I appreciate you calling. What are you gonna do for Thanksgiving?
I just heard you talking about it. We're Persian, so we don't really do that much, but we're gonna make some steak.
Hell, my man. I love it.
I know you're on my side as well with that one.
Maybe I'm Persian. You know what I mean? Maybe we're related somewhere down the line.
Oh, you're the best.
Oh man. Well, listen, hey, I hope you I hope you have a good day. I want to tell you, man, like, I don't know you, but I am, this right here is exactly why I do this podcast. This is why I do it. It is because of calls like this right here. And so I'm proud of you. I want you to know that. Like, I'm proud of what you've done. I'm proud of you for taking the chance to do it. I'm proud of you for calling in. I'm proud of you for holding the line and for not accepting where you're at in order to be where you want to be and where you know you need to be, man. And like, dude, that's fucking courage, right? That is hard shit to do. And like, man, I appreciate you doing that. And then on top of it, I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
I'm gonna get going. I've lost 100 pounds in the last 3 years working out, and every day I start my day off with a hike.
Hell yeah.
Get my mind right.
Hell yeah, man. We'll get that hike in. I hope you have a good day. And man, I hope to hear from you again. Hey, you too, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Have a great one.
Man, what an awesome guy. You didn't get to hear that, did you?
No, I didn't. What did he say? The people are like tearing up in the chat.
Dude, he said a couple months ago he listened to the podcast and he's been listening to me, Andy Stump, and he finally quit taking opioids and all this and got off of them. And like he said, he feels like $1 million now. He went started going to counseling, and he says he feels the best he's ever felt.
Man,
it's badass.
Changing the world one person at a time.
Dude, that's why we do this podcast.
That's why we do it.
That's why we do it.
Going through the Fire Academy at the start of January, any word of advice?
Yeah, look, the Fire Academy, it's tough, but it's where you get to learn your craft, right? And so, go into it, absorb, ask a lot of questions, but understand that that's just the beginning of the journey, right? Like you're gonna get through the Fire Academy, and you're gonna go but like this job is about it's about continuously learning. It's about always observing, and it's about getting better every single day. And it's not, people out there aren't going to they're not going to tell you need to get better, right? Like, these people only call you when they need you, and they expect you to be what they need you to be when they need you to be it, right? And so that's a heavy obligation. And with you taking this oath and you taking and making this commitment to be that, you need to take it serious, right? And so don't just let it stop at the Fire Academy.
Don Connolly says, big changes at the gym. How's the hydration business going?
It's getting better. What's up, Mr. Conley? Mr. Conley, Mr. Conley used to be here every morning, and then, he kind of, I know what his reasons are, but, Mr. Don, I'm watching you.
Got a question from IG.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Give that to Knives. Give that headset to Knives. Atlee, say Atlee, tuning out.
Turning out.
Thanks, Atlee.
Thanks for joining us.
We're going to miss you.
We're going to miss you. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
The most special of special guests right there.
Yeah. I knew she wouldn't last long, but
my daughter would have been like, I'm bored.
yeah, that's exactly what she was doing.
How is your mental health currently?
It's good. I mean, listen, I feel great. I mean, I wake up every day. I got the best day of my life every single day. I feel great. I mean, I'm surrounded by great people. And usually the way you can tell if you're doing good or not is by looking at the people around you. And when you start attracting better people, it means you're doing better, right? Like, that's usually a telltale sign for me as to where I'm at, is when I look around the people I'm hanging around and I'm like, holy shit, these are badass people. You usually start to attract what you are. And so look, I mean, if you keep attracting shitty people, well, we know what that means.
I'm going on my first MEU deployment soon.
Yeah.
Any advice?
Yeah, look, go out there and make the most out of it, right? The world's as uncertain as it's ever been. Don't get out there and get complacent. Don't, go out there and make the most of it. MEUs are badass. I never had the opportunity to go on a MEU. I've been on a ship a couple of times, but, go out there and make the most of it.
This one's kind of deep. This is from Instagram. What last conversations with people would you change if you had your time over again?
I don't know. I wouldn't say any. I wouldn't say any, right? Like, I think I wouldn't say any. Like that's just such a, when and I'm not. This ain't a hit at the person that asked me. I think it's a really cool question. Like I think it's a deep, cool question, right? Very. I like the way. I like the question for the simple fact that it makes you. It's irrelevant to what you would have changed, but it's something to think about going forward, right? But yeah, I mean that's where I'm at with it.
Working from home. This is from YouTube. I have days where I'm locked in on a project and on a deadline.
Yeah.
Do you have advice in terms of how to explain to a 9-year-old the importance of showing up and getting things done as a single parent on top of it?
Look, I mean, I don't think that, I mean, your 9-year-old's not gonna, they're like explaining it to, like, do I think you should explain it to them, or do I think that you should have an expectation that they're going to get it? Right. Those are two different things. Right. So I think that you should explain it to them, and you're obviously showing them, but I don't think you should expect them to get it. They're 9. Right. And just like Atlee, she's 6. Should I make her sit here and understand the importance of, hey, we start something so we finish it? No, like she got to sit here. She's been asking me to do a podcast forever. I let her sit in on it. She understands that she doesn't want to do this again, and she won't ask me to get on the podcast again. Right. So like what I would tell you is I would, use it as find little opportunities in there to show them why it's important. The cool part is they don't have to be adults yet, So I think that they're going to, my dad always used to look at it like this. And this was, the way he taught me. My dad never really gave a shit what I thought about him when I was younger. He did things for the right reasons. How I felt, whether I was going to be mad at him or like him or not, was never in the equation of what he was going to teach me or show me. He cared about the long game, right? Of what would I think about him today. And so, I think that you got to have the same mindset. I think, find the opportunities to show them that he should be thankful to be 9, and he doesn't have to do this, or she doesn't, whatever it is. But I think that you should manage your expectations as to, are they going to get it? No, they don't have to get it. And we should be thankful they don't have to get it, right? Because they're kids and they get to be kids because you do that. And so, they're not going to understand. And the worst case is, your 9-year-old just wants time with you. You are the only parent, as a single parent, you are the only parent that 9-year-old has. It's not a bad thing to have a child want your time. Right.
Good point, they say. So I think that was a very thoughtful answer, man. That was deep. Best advice for a boot.
Best advice for a boot. Be the best boot you can be, right? Look, everybody's a boot to somebody. Right. I used to laugh about this. Like, could you imagine the Vietnam veterans to the Korean War veterans, or the Korean War veterans to the World War II veterans? I mean, everybody's a boot to somebody. You're always going to be a boot to somebody. I mean, I still get guys walk up to me. I mean, I had a guy, I was literally just at this Marine Corps ball the other day. And what I would tell you is anybody who calls you a boot, I mean, they're fucking losers. I had a guy walk up to me literally, and he goes, "You're a boot to me." And I didn't even respond to him. I looked down at my chest of medals. I got a Medal of Honor on, and I'm like, okay, cool, man. That's the biggest thing you got going for me, is that you've been doing it longer, or that you were in before me. Like, that's the biggest accomplishment you can say to me, right? Like, check. Like, it says more about them. I never look at anybody and call them a boot. I never look at anybody and call them a pogue. I never look at anybody and degrade them, or say anything to people who are my brothers or sisters and say anything that degrades them, right? Because it says more about me than it does about them. And so what I would tell you is just be the best fucking Marine, soldier, airman, whatever you are. And everybody is a boot to somebody.
So what tell me, a civilian, what is a boot exactly?
So, I mean, it stands for BOOT. So it's barely out of training, right? So guys use it in a negative term as like rookie or new guy or something like that, right? it's used in a condescending, I guess way, right? It's a negative. It's got a negative connotation with it, right? So, but it's honestly it's a weak person mentality.
I get that. The other day you were showing me something under this construction, and I said, "Man, you should really get like a grunt in here to do this work." And do you remember what you told me?
Mm-mm.
You said, "Bitch, I am a grunt."
Yeah.
So
and I'm the owner of the fucking company.
Exactly.
Yeah, I live by the mentality. I live and die by the mentality. And I'll tell you this: nobody works for me, and you've worked for me longer than anybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do think you were my first employee. Not my first employee, but like other than an executive assistant, you were my first employee. And look, if you work for me, you won't ever have a job with me where you're too good to pick up a fucking broom or pick up the trash or take out the trash. Like, I don't care. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what you do for me. If you're on my team and you think you're too good or you're above that and somebody else needs to do that job, like, I don't need you.
Love that. Love working with you. How to get better at land nav?
How to get better at land nav? Land nav's mental. Land nav is mental, right? The crazy part about land nav is if you have the basics down, the fundamentals down of, hey, if you know how to, plot an accurate location, if you can plot where you're at and you can look at a compass, land nav is mental. And it's one of the places where that's why it's so big in special operations communities, all that is because it is it's a mind game of, are you confident in your ability and your own confidence in yourself to follow this route and that you're on the right route? Because what happens is guys get out there and they start second guessing themselves, and all that does is get them off. And it's all mental. It's all mental. If you can do the basics of, reading a map, plotting a location where you need to go to, distance and all that. If you can do all those basics on the map, the rest of it's mental.
What's helped you the most getting over your anxiety?
Looking in the mirror, right? Nobody wants to hear this when they have anxiety, is that there is something about their life that's causing the anxiety. So I would say looking in the mirror, taking responsibility, and I would say that that's 100% what has helped me the most. I mean, you can look at, I went to Mexico with an organization called Vets. Any of these things, I don't care what you do. I don't care whether you go get psilocybin or whether you go get those treatments or whether you use, I'm working with a company right now on helping, with a project on intracranial stimulation, right? Like, I don't care what you do, right? You take pills, whatever's best for you. If you don't fix the problem, there's the only solution to anxiety, depression, or any of that is to fix the problem. Like there's no way around it. You can mask it, you can give it some relief, you can do all that. But the problem is still the fucking problem. And the only way to truly fix it is to face the problem. Hey, it's Dakota with Your Human Podcast.
Hey, Dakota, are you live on YouTube right now?
I am live.
Okay. I saw that you had your number up here, and I just wanted to personally call and say that I'm Mike DeCesar. I'm from upstate New York, and I'm thanking you for your service. I know the Marines just had their birthday, and I'm proud to tell you that I made it to age 29, and I won a high enough of a score on my last meet that qualifies me for June 2024 USPA Nationals held in Niagara Falls.
Hell yeah.
So what you did for the world really helped a better tomorrow, and I want you to take serious pride in restoring your life to that.
Man, how badass is that?
like you know how it is. I mean, you're alone, you know, when you enter this world, and you're alone when you leave it. And what you do at age 6 and age 80, you have to focus on, because those are the most important points that you have to measure your life to. And you got to make both of those ages just as proud of each other.
They 100%, 100%, dude. That is so badass. That is so
Thank
badass, man. Congratulations.
All right, man. Take care and have a great holiday.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Man, how awesome is that? That's cool, man. Yeah, what an awesome thing. Niagara Falls is badass up there. It's cold though. I wouldn't want to be up there right now.
It's kind of, I'm cold right now.
What?
This is cold for me.
This is?
Yeah. I woke up, it was like 39. I was like, this sucks.
Really?
Yeah. I know like that's like a summer in Minnesota or Michigan or something, but for me, nah. So Niagara Falls, forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd freeze your balls off up there.
Oh, 100%. Got a question here. What got you into long distance running?
You know, I hate running. I hate running. And you know, I'll be a little bit honest on it is so I hate running. And one day Larry Potman said he's going to run a 100-miler. And I love Larry, but I don't want to fucking do anything I can't do. So I decided I'm going to run 100. Signed up right then. While he was talking about it, I found it and I signed up for it. Only thing I've ever ran is a marathon.
Same race?
Same race.
Oh.
He's going to be there.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, so signed up for it and we're going to run it. And then, you know, I'll say this, there's just something about it. You know, I can go in the gym, lift weights all day. I can go pick up heavy stuff. But I'll tell you this, running, anything like that, running on a bike, swimming, especially, you want to watch, you want to make me uncomfortable and watch me be miserable, just throw me in a pool. And they're all these things, like any of us can muscle through a certain amount, right? I can go muscle through an hour workout all day long, but I'll say this, you got to really get running these things are emotional. When you talk about exercising your emotions and emotionally maturing yourself, go run a 50K and tell me you don't get emotional. Like I'm telling you, there's going to be a point in that race to where you're like you start thinking. I mean, you talk about getting deep. Go do a long run further than you think you can do or you've ever done and watch the emotions that come out. I mean, to be able to manage those. I mean, it's not just emotions, it's mental, it's physical. When you talk about the wide array, you know, I believe that there's 3 different things. You got your mental, you got your physical, and then you got your emotional. You can call it spiritual, whatever, like all those things, God and all those things fall in that emotional realm, right? You know, that's the spiritual, emotional, whatever you want to call that, right? And so you talk about what will get you all those, go do a run. So really it's just about how far can I push myself to be uncomfortable. You know, the enemy to all of us getting better, the enemy to progression is comfort. The enemy to getting better, the enemy to us going to the next level is comfort. Comfort. Nobody gets better by being comfortable. Nobody.
I was just thinking about that today. You learn more from failure than you do successes. You learn more from just missing the mark on your goals than you do achieving them.
100%.
Yeah. Will you read your next book? I think they mean in audio form.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Because some people were like, oh, he didn't read Into the Fire.
I didn't know it was an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody gave me an option. And I think it was because Into the Fire was, I mean, I'll be back then I was probably, my vocabulary wasn't, I mean, it still ain't great, but it's a lot better than what it used to be.
Oh, well, I got you. Thanks for the inspiring podcasts. They help. What music do you listen to when you're working out to get hype?
You know, it just depends. I listen to all kinds of stuff, country, running music. I don't know, like any of it. Sometimes podcasts. I love listening to David Goggins. I love listening to him. Just what a funny guy. But I don't know. I don't really listen to anything. I believe that if you have to listen to music or shit like that, or listen to inspirational shit to get motivated, it's fucking weak. The weakness, right? Like that it's an emotion. Cause I mean, imagine if you only did shit when you're motivated. I like doing shit when I'm not motivated. Like how much cooler is that? How much cooler is it to get up and still do it when you didn't want to fucking do it, right? It's pretty badass. Anybody can do it when they're motivated.
On your 100 mile, you going to listen to anything?
Probably for a little bit. I mean, I'll probably divvy back and forth. At least the first 50 miles, I probably will, because I won't have any pacers with me. But after the first 50, I got some pacers coming. So, and I'll say this: when I start getting into a bad spot, I don't want to listen to anything. I like staying there, and I don't like anybody talking to me when I'm in that spot, because it's like I want to soak it in. I want to I don't want any distractions. Like I don't want to, a lot of people, they want distractions when that hard shit comes in. I don't want that. I want to feel it. I want to fucking feel it. I want to look at it. It takes a lot to get me there. And so like when I get there, like I want to be there. Like I earned it. I earned it, and I want to get every bit of it and soak it in. Like don't distract me off of this suffering. Like I want to lean into it.
I've wanted to do special forces for a while. Would you recommend joining now though?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The conversation of should I join now or not is dumb. Like, gosh, we live in the greatest country on the face of the planet. People were asking this question, under Bush, under Clinton, Obama. I mean, these are the same questions everybody's asked. Yes, you should join. This country's worth it to join for. 100%.
I've seen you at the airport twice. How often do you fly out of the ATX?
It feels like every day. I fly out a lot. Yeah.
How long did it take you to be able to run long distances?
Well, I haven't ran long distances yet. You know what I mean? I've been probably training.
The 50K, that's a long distance.
Yeah, but I mean, like it ain't long compared to 100 miler.
Right.
I've probably been running. How long we been running, Keegan? 2 months? I've probably been running for 2 months.
How do you stay motivated to go to the gym and diet?
Well, I'm sucking on my diet right now because I'm still fat.
Dude, you're in the best shape I've ever seen you. Probably the best shape of your life.
I know, but I got to get rid of some weight.
Really?
Yeah, probably like 20 pounds.
I don't know if you're comfortable putting this out there, but what are you right now?
218.
Damn. Looking good, man.
Yeah, I got to get down to about 2. If I could sit at about 200, dude, I'd be dialed in.
200.
Oh, I'd be fast.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like if I threw 18-pound pack on you.
Yeah, it would suck.
It would suck, right?
Yeah,
well, that's what I got on me right now.
That's one way to look at it.
It sucks all the time. I mean, imagine I'll be so much faster. I'll be like a ninja.
Well, maybe after Thanksgiving, right? I mean, does Dakota Meyer, is he going to indulge on Thanksgiving?
No. I mean, I'm not on turkey. Not on turkey, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, if our Thanksgiving consists of turkey, no indulging for Dakota Meyer.
How do you feel this election season is starting off?
I mean, just like the last one. 2020 started off or actually 2019. I don't know if you guys remember, but like they kept trying to throw stuff at us like the world was ending, right? Like it was, remember we were going to World War III with Iran. It was China popped in. We thought that was going to happen. Then, they threw a few other there's a few other things that were going on, and then finally they got COVID to stick, and that was, so I think that, all this shit's normal. Turn your TV off. Turn your TV off and get off social media and then see how many problems you have. Quit listening to people trying to tell you what your problem should be.
Gotta say that louder for those in the back, because oh my God, that's it right there. Captain at the fire department. I want to quit. Why am I being such a bitch?
You know, we see this a lot. Probably because the culture sucks. That's the reality. But you should fix it. You know, you should stay, you should lean into it. You should remind yourself why you do it and help change and try to influence the culture in a way that it needs to be influenced, right? I mean, you know, you're just going to another department is just jumping from the pot to the kettle, right? And so this is everywhere. Everywhere we go, I hear this. I hear this over and over, right? Morale in the fire service and as first responders altogether is just through the floor right now. And I just think it's a culture problem, right? It's you know, like the job has changed, obviously, and it's not easy. And if you want an easy job and a job that you get what you deserve, then you shouldn't be in the fire service, right? Because or any of the services that are serving others, because that comes last. And you know, it's a tough one. I'm not saying that people don't deserve better, that we don't deserve more pay or whatever else, but I'm just saying that's not, you know, people do it for the title. People do it for the title and honoring that title. And it's a badass job. So, you know, it is what you make of it.
Get out of it what you put into it. I always hear you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Want to remind the listeners, if you're checking us out on the live, happy Thanksgiving, and give us a call at 512-523-5609. Ask Dakota Meyer anything. I got a question here from IG. I'm going to the Navy to escape family and then going no contact. Is the brotherhood there able to fill that gap?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Right. I mean, absolutely. But I mean, I wouldn't start. I mean, why not just cut them out right now? Why wait till you go to the Navy? Just cut them out now.
Yeah. How did it feel after receiving the medal? Were you depressed? How did it make you feel?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, getting the medal was definitely tough for me. But I mean, look, it was my fault. You know, I could either take it and use it as an opportunity, or I could look at it as an obstacle, like everything else in our lives. And you know, for me, I looked at it like an obstacle for a long time, and you know, now I see the opportunity, and not the opportunity to help myself, but the opportunity to help others. And that's ultimately how we should use all the things that we encounter that sometimes look they appear as obstacles in the beginning, but at some point you can look at them and find the opportunity in it, right? And so, you know, once you get the emotions out of it and you start, you know, you will find what you're looking for in everything in life. If you're looking for the problem or a reason to not do it or a reason to get out of it, you'll find that. If you're looking for a reason to complain, you'll find that. I mean, I could give you $1 million and you could literally bitch about paying taxes on it, right? Or if you're looking for the good and everything, you're going to find that. No matter what situation you're in, there is good in all bad. It is just up to you to find it.
Nothing to say other than thanks for being a fucking badass. But when are you going to medic school?
Trying. Don't even want to talk about it.
If you could spend one day with someone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
I mean, my kids.
Any advice on how to deal with a narcissist parent?
Yeah, cut them out. Cut them out. People who aren't good for you, it's not their fault. It's your fault that you let them still affect you. Period. You know, we run through life wanting to change everybody, hoping that they change. Who gives a fuck if they change or not? Get rid of them. It's that easy. You don't need a reason. You don't need them to agree with you. Like when you stop caring about what other people think or what what they're going to say or what they're going to do, and you only care about what they are doing, it changes. Hey, it's Dakota with Your Human Podcast.
Hey, Dakota, it's Andrew Master. I called a while back. Hey, man, nothing quick. I just want to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and hope you have a great weekend.
Hell yeah, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one.
Are you going to eat turkey?
No, I'm gonna smoke a prime rib.
My man.
We did Thanksgiving early last week in Florida, so.
Did you eat turkey?
Last week, yeah,
Do you like turkey?
absolutely.
Do you crave turkey though?
No, absolutely not.
All right. Hey, I'm going to start. I'm going to start a campaign, okay? And I need you to get behind me. We're going
Okay,
to
what is it?
evolve Thanksgiving. We got to get past turkey, man. You know, listen, like,
I think you can leave it as an add-on. Turkey legs, some smoked prime rib, maybe
yeah,
a brisket, beef ribs.
yeah,
Like, it's a good add-on, but you got to keep it.
yeah. Okay, look, I'll compromise. It can be a side.
All right, man.
All right, have a good
I
day.
just wanted to wish you guys happy Thanksgiving. Have a good one.
All right, see ya. He's not on the campaign. He didn't want to get on the campaign now.
He was a tweener.
He
there.
yeah he was he's a fence rider, right? So we're gonna get people to join the campaign.
Have you ever tried beef rib?
Yeah,
Oh,
there ain't
man, I
much
just
on
had
it
some for
though.
the first time. No, man. There's this place in Taylor, Texas.
Yeah,
Louis Mueller.
yeah.
Oh my God. I just had some for the first time. It was like eating meat for the first time.
What?
Yeah. It was amazing. It was amazing. I should just go that's where I should spend Thanksgiving.
You know, I do like ribs.
Ribs, man.
Not like beef. Like,
No?
are you talking about like a big rack of ribs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I'll crush some ribs.
That should be like,
Yeah.
that's my hat in the ring there is
Ribs.
in the Thanksgiving platter for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody likes turkey. Dude, no, I mean, people like turkey. Let me, I got to rephrase this because people like turkey, but nobody craves turkey.
Who craves turkey? Like, even if you're trying to get your protein in,
Yeah.
turkey?
Yeah. Nobody's like, oh man, let me grab a little bit of turkey. You know what I mean? Nobody's like, oh man, you know what's making my mouth water right now? A big turkey.
I've never heard that.
No,
So
of course not, because nobody says it unless like the only people who, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off that because I was about to, you know.
got a question from YouTube. What did you learn and see about humanity / people during deployment and combat? Can you share that with us civilians?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that's the opportunity on deployments is I've got to see the very best of human beings, and I've got to see the absolute worst of human beings and what people are capable of doing to each other. I mean, gosh, I've got to see it, and you know, it's all eye-opening. You know, in some ways, I mean, you can look at it and think that all the world sucks, or you can look at it and be like, gosh, like, I'm thankful I don't live there, and that we do have better people. And you know, it's one of those deals that, like, you know, it's really eye-opening, you know, when you just think that, oh, everybody's good, or, you know, people aren't capable of this. Let me tell you what people are capable of, whatever they want to be capable of. And like, I will tell you this, there's only two types of people in this world. There's good and there's evil. You know, so many times we judge people by where they're at, the results, and we try to categorize them by their results. And it's not that, it's what their intentions are. Right. And all of us, if we were judged based on where we have been or our worst moment in our life, we'd be worthy of nothing. But the reality is like, do people have good intentions or do they have bad intentions, right? Are they good people or are they evil people, right? And that's the only two types of people that exist. And that's the only way I judge people is based off of, are they good people or are they bad people, right? And so, you know, that's kind of it.
Let me ask you a question. This is coming from me. Did you ever, through combat or whatever, ever feel like, am I an evil person?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that's like probably one of the hardest things to, and I was, right? Let me say this there's people out there that, I mean, I killed their dad. I mean, the reality is I'm looked at as a hero here, but to some of them over there, I'm looked at as one of the most evil human beings that's ever came in contact with them, that's changed the trajectory of their life.
Yeah.
And that's the reality, right? And so, you know, it's a, yeah, I mean, but here's what I'll tell you is this is where it gets complex. To fight evil, you have to be evil.
Yeah. You got to be a monster.
You have to. Like, you have to. Like, dude, you don't go kill a motherfucker without, like that's why guys that go to Harvard, you know, that sit up there and choir boys aren't the ones pulling triggers on motherfuckers, right? Like, the reality is you've got to be able to drop their level to take them out and to be that evil, right? There is no good way to get rid of evil. Like, the way you get rid of evil is by being more evil. That's the reality to it, right? And so, but I think that I will say this. I think every human being has the capability to be evil. It's just how you choose to do that, right? And what you choose to do that towards. I mean, look, it's a complex thing, and you know, those guys, like, when you break it down, the guys I was fighting, they didn't think they were wrong. They didn't. They thought the cause, like, they believed in their cause as much as I did. Let me tell you the difference in us, where we were born.
Yeah.
What if I would have been born there and they'd been born here?
Yeah.
But here's what I'll tell you the difference in us and them is, though, is these people go through, I mean, you look at the Russians, you look at, you know, the Hamas, dude, they're killing innocent people. They don't give a fuck.
That's evil.
That's evil, right? I was evil to kill evil.
Right.
They're evil killing good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the big difference. And I'll tell you,
Black and white right there.
Black and white. And right, and like, I'll tell you, like I don't feel bad about killing any of them because you weren't going to change their mindset. You weren't going to change that they believe that, you know, stoning a woman for having sex before marriage. Think about that. Killing gays, tying gay people's hands together and tossing them off of a building to put fear into other people.
That's evil.
That's fucking evil. Dude, we were killing evil, right? And I get they believe that way, but I'll tell you what's cool about the United States of America, man, and why I'm so fucking proud to be an American. You know, when we go fight, we don't just fight for what's in the best interest of our country, which is why sometimes our citizens don't understand why we're fighting. Well, why? Why does it affect us? Imagine if first responders, or if we only helped others, if it benefited us. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be a problem.
Yeah. That's not justice.
It's not good. It's not why we're here, right? And so the thing about the United States of America is, in both the countries I fought in, you know, we were there to fight for the good in the location that we're at. Right? Say what you want. Get into, you know, oh, we lost Iraq or Afghanistan, whatever, right? That's small. That's JV level thinking, right? What I'll tell you is while the United States of America was in Afghanistan, females went to school. There was 20 years that females got to go to school.
Wow.
Yeah. Think about that.
It's a whole generation right there.
A whole generation got a taste of freedom.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Wow.
You know what? Like, and guess what? It didn't benefit us.
Right.
Didn't make a damn difference.
Yeah.
Iraq, we didn't take their oil. We didn't try to take their oil to offset our, you know, cost of helping make them better.
Mhm.
We didn't even go in there to try to take their land.
Right.
We went in there to help them stabilize their region. That's the great part about the United States of America. That's what makes us different than anybody else. Russia went into Ukraine to try to take their fucking land. Ukraine's fighting back because Russia came in and is going to try to take their land. So it's in the best interest of both of them. Israel, Hamas fucked with them.
Right.
Listen, that's the difference in the United States of America. We fight for good across the globe. And it's important that we do that.
Fuck yeah, man. It's heavy shit for my little civilian brain. You know, I get like shiny object syndrome with the liberal, why are we fighting? You know, and I'm like, yeah, why are we fighting? You know, and I buy into that. But I love hearing your perspective, man. It's just, it's like you guys are like a vocal minority.
Yeah.
You know, we don't hear enough about you guys in the media.
Because people don't want to think that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not beneficial to anybody.
Right.
You know, it's like when people are like, oh, you know, like, oh, you know, Israel, you know, go Palestine and go Israel. Look, the Palestinians, like it would be like what Israel's trying to do right now would be like it's the fucking wrong narrative. Like, when we go up to Chicago, let's say the Blood and the Crips, and you wanted to go through there and try to clear them out, it would be like you saying, oh, you know, whoever, let's say we sent the military in or the National Guard in to go and try to rid out, you know, the Bloods and Crips who are down there fucking killing a ton of people, right? It would be like saying that them going in there and trying to get them out would be, oh, well, you're against Chicago. Well, no, you're not. We're against the fucking evil, and Chicago wants the Blood and Crips gone. It would be in the best interest of the Palestinians to have Hamas gone. Mm-hmm. Hamas is a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
You know, like, look at, you know, we went in and fucked the Taliban up for a long time, and then we leave, and the Taliban comes back through, and people, like, the fucking Afghans want to fucking move here because they don't want to be with the Taliban. Here we go. We got somebody going to come and debate me. Hey, it's Dakota with Your Human Podcast.
Hey, Dakota. This is Doug Scott. I called back at like episode 11.
Hell yeah.
And I'm the one who was in a real bad accident with a semi. Read you a couple of poems I wrote.
Yes, sir. I got your number right here.
Cool. I just figured I'd call back. I wanted to see, is there a way I could send you those poems? And
yeah.
And also just to tell you, I'm still up fighting. I'm still going through doctors, trying to get figured out to get better.
How you feeling?
Hurting pretty good. Just had 2 more injections in my back yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've been through a lot of that stuff. It's a lot of fun.
How's man, I don't want it to sound bad, but you got any extra weight on you?
Oh yeah, unfortunately.
So let me tell you this. When I got out of the Marine Corps, my lower back crushed me. I mean, to the point to where I'd sleep on the floor. I mean, I couldn't get comfortable.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what helped me the most?
Losing weight.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing right now is I've got so much wrong. It's hard to do any kind of an exercise.
Man, if you could just dial your diet in.
That's a big part too.
I mean, if you could just dial your diet in and get that weight off, it's going to start a shit ton of momentum, man.
Yeah, man. When I got hurt, I was 170 pounds, and now I'm up to 250.
Yeah, man. If you could just lose 20 pounds, you know what I mean? And like, can you walk?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's my big thing I'm trying to get to right now is just, I used to walk about a mile a day.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get everything back in. Been going through to lots of doctors lately. Got pretty bad nerve damage. I've got bone spurs. arthritis and collapsed disc,
Man.
and where everything is, they've said they don't really want to operate. They said it's 50-50
Yeah.
of making it worse or
Well, what can we
not.
do? And what can you do?
Like I said, right now, unfortunately, it's not been a whole lot. I'm hoping these shots are going to get me back up. Even if it's just for a few weeks, I'll get out and walk.
Well, you can change up. You can change your diet.
Yep.
You can do that. And I'm just telling you this because I love you.
I appreciate it, man.
You know what I mean? So like,
I take zero offense.
man, I'm just telling you because I love you. And I hope if I call you one day, you're going to do the same shit.
I'll be
Listen,
there.
let's do what we can.
Yep.
What we can, right? Just because we can't do everything that we want to do, you know, it doesn't mean all this might look different if you get 30 pounds off.
Yep.
Let me ask you this. And I just want to ask you this. What are you not willing to do to feel better?
There's nothing I'm not willing to do.
Well, I just tricked you.
Go for it.
I just tricked you. So you're willing to do a diet.
Yep.
We got to do it, man.
I try.
No.
I don't eat a lot. I'm not a gorger by any means. I do probably need to eat more greens, more healthy. And I'm starting into that a little bit because my wife just started a diet, and if nothing else, I can be there to support her.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. You might not be eating enough, to be honest. And how much water are you drinking?
That's about all I ever drink, and I drink a lot of it.
Yeah, well, that's good. There's got to be a way, man. You know what I mean? Like, man, I promise. Like, if you could just get some of that weight off, that's going to help your back so much.
I want to lose at least 20 to 30 pounds. If I can start there, I'd love to get back down to 200.
Yeah.
That's still 30 pounds more than I was when I got hurt. But I'm 6 foot tall. That'd be just about right anyway.
Man, if you get to 200, you're 6 foot tall. You'd feel like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
What, okay. So standing up hurts you?
Yeah. I can't sit very long. I can't stand very long, but I do a lot of it all day long. Get up, walk around the house a little bit.
Yeah.
Go back, sit down, rest, try to get comfortable. As soon as that's uncomfortable, I'm back up and moving again.
Heck yeah, man. There's got to be a way.
Like I said, it's just it's the mental game, it's the physical game, it's all of it.
It's all of it.
Fight it. And
well,
yeah, I appreciate you because you get on here and you tell it the way it is, and it's appreciating to hear people put out what they go through so that other people, because the only way you get through it is to talk about it.
That's right.
So I tell everybody I can, just because you never know the one person that you're going to hit home with, and it's going to affect their life and maybe make a change for them. Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. And here's what I'm going to tell you. When you change it from what I want to do to what I'm going to do, it's all a mindset, right? I mean, listen, it's the hand you're dealt. Sucks. It ain't fair. Got it. It's the hand you're dealt. You can either play it or not play it. And man, I'll tell you, I believe we'll be having a different conversation if you get 20, 30 pounds off, and there's got to be a way for you to do that.
That's the biggest thing right now. Like I said, if I can, and I think the mindset is the hard thing for me, is because I used to be a super active guy.
Yeah.
And since getting hurt, it's slowed me down so much. That's why I've put on almost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
But hey, God is great, and he said he'd test us, and we just never know how long the test is going to be.
You're right. You're right. And man, he gave us free will so that we can get ourselves out of it. You know what I mean? How cool is that? And man, that's
Keep
awesome.
pushing.
Hey, don't stop pushing. What I want you to do is I want you to get through Thanksgiving, be thankful for what health you got, and that you got another day to make it better. And man, after Thanksgiving, it's go time. It's go time. Write it down, make it happen. Look at it every day.
Even at Thanksgiving, like I said, since I don't burn a lot of calories, I try not to take in a lot of calories.
Yeah.
So I just don't gorge. I'm willing to sacrifice that,
Hell yeah.
and I can always eat again later. So I don't have to sit down and pig out in one spot.
That's right. That's right, man. Cool. Well, listen, I'm going to have Knives get in touch with you. I appreciate you calling back in. And man, listen, I ask you, put yourself first and get this fixed.
That's what we're working at, man. That's actually, after last time I talked to you, I was like, I've got to get back on this and get back in to see doctors and what we can do. And I've got with a good round of doctors this time that they're telling me more, and we're doing more tests than we've ever done. And so I'm hoping it's going to work out.
Man, you'll make it work out. There ain't no option.
Yep. That's what I keep telling everybody. They're like, how do you keep going? I'm like, what other choice do I have?
That's right, man. Get in there and get after it every day. You get to do this.
Yep. And man, I keep my spirits up best I can. I laugh, joke. Like I said, it just is what it is. We'll battle through it and keep going.
That's right, man. Look, I always like to, this is always a test for me that I do on myself when I start thinking I got big problems, right? If I looked at you and said, hey, I'll give you $1 billion, but you have to die 5 years exactly from today. Would you take that $1 billion?
No.
There you go.
For me, it's God makes my plan, not.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to listen to man.
There you go. I love it, man. That's right. Right. So cool. Well, I appreciate you, man. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Happy
man.
Thanksgiving.
You too. Happy
Bye-bye.
Thanksgiving.
Man, I think it's so cool when people call back. It's been like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's these arcs, like storylines that are happening, and people keep calling back, and it's just so cool. This is the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool, man. Well, listen, what a great episode. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Always great hearing you all. I'll be on next Tuesday. I'm going to be in town. Knives is going to come over. We're going to set it up. We're going to get it done. Maybe Atlee will join me. Maybe she won't. I don't know what her schedule is going to be. It's kind of tough. She's sick. She's kind of busy. It's hard to get on her schedule. Appreciate her joining. No telling what I'll owe her for joining. But yeah, what a great day. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and keep owning it.